Hey y'all, I'm back, y'all. I'm back. I had to, it was head day. I had to go get the head did up, so I had to cut my video short this morning, y'all. Ooh, Lord. But it wasn't 5 hours this time, y'all. But look, y'all. I just came back because I was thinking about something. I put a post up, right? They said, don't be out here sleeping with your enemies. I'm telling y'all, don't be out here sleeping with your enemy because a lot of y'all are sleeping with the enemy. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, y'all. Y'all be out here sleeping with the enemy. And that ain't a good look. You know what I'm saying? Oh, my goodness, y'all. Chill. I'm trying to told you this thing is a little tight, but I'm just saying. It's right. That's all that matters. But, yeah, don't be out here sleeping with the enemy. Because a lot of us be out here sleeping with the enemy. I ain't sleeping with the enemy. I have slept with the enemy. But I ain't sleeping with the enemy no more. I'm trying to warn y'all, don't be out here sleeping with the enemy. Because the enemy will laugh, grin in your face, sleep with you, and be lying and cheating and being a snake behind your back. Child, don't be out here doing that, all right, y'all? Make sure that who you picking to sleep with is somebody worthy to be sleeping with. Now, we done all done it. I ain't saying we ain't done it. We done all thought somebody was the one and they was the two. You know what I'm saying? Don't be sleeping with the 2 and the 3 and the 4. Sleep with the 1, okay? We got to learn how to, like I said in the video earlier, we got to learn how to vet people out, and make sure that people are showing you who they are and not telling you who they are. And be real wary when you meet people who don't really want to say too much about their life, but they want to know everything about yours because they'll use it against you. You see, they asking you all the questions about your life. They want to hear your business and what's going on so they can know how to maneuver through and come in with their fake bull crap. So we got to learn how to be more mindful of the people we choosing. And some of us just out here just sleeping around with any and everybody. Stop doing that. I mean, I can't tell you what to do. I mean, if you cool with sleeping with a lot of people, I mean, okay. But who the fuck wants a car that's been ran through? That everybody can drive. I don't want that. I don't let nobody drive my car. Yeah, I don't never let nobody drive my car. So I'm just saying. Now, have I let people drive my cars before? I have, but over time, you learn not to do that, And that's the same thing with the people that we choose to date. Stop choosing people that's been ran through. Men been ran through too now. Don't get it twisted because, I know that ran through word is something real big that people use for women. But it's a whole lot of dudes out here that's ran through. Child, don't pick him. I told y'all. And another video. Know your worth, child. Don't be out here sleeping with all these people. I put a post up the other day where they was running down the AIDS, the cities with the highest AIDS rate. DC was number 1, I think, or number 2. One of them. But it's real funny that they not, they ain't saying nothing about it. You don't hear, I don't watch the news, but it would be all over social media if it was all over the news. But it's a reason why they ain't doing that, because you know what they decided? I told you, demons always got a reason why they do what they do. So I guess they decided when it was on a rise before and they was telling everybody, people started being a little bit more cautious about, who they sleep with, how they do what they do, being protected, and all those little things, right? But because they want us to take ourselves out, they ain't really broadcasting it because they know these fools gonna just be out here willy and nilly in it. So now the AIDS rate is really high in DC, but you don't hear nothing about it because they don't care. They want y'all to take each other out. I'm just saying, and do you want to be taken out because you want to feel good for a few minutes? Because a lot of these people don't even last past about 10 minutes. I'm just, look, don't shoot the messenger. And another thing I wanted to kind of touch bases on. We got a lot of people out here. Well, I ain't going to say a lot, because it may not be a lot of people doing this, but we got people out here that will take their family members out, for money, You know how you got people be having insurance policies and stuff on y'all don't be knowing nothing about. And then they try to take you out to get paid. I told y'all that a minute ago in a video, probably already gone. But that's a real thing, y'all. That's a real thing. I told y'all that's some people hustle. So y'all gotta be real careful out here. I know you like, dang, Tracy, it's a lot to watch. Yeah, it is. It's a lot to watch. You got people that really be out here on that. They be out here. They really be out here on that. Y'all know who y'all are. So you got people out here that be having insurance policies on people. And then they be trying to set it up so they can take them up out of here. I told y'all, through spell work, through all kinds of stuff. So be careful who you hooking up with. Talking about that's your man and that's your woman child. And next thing you know, we going to the funeral and we don't know somebody done set you up. Because they got a policy and they try to get paid, Because they don't really do a whole lot of research when we come up, getting ready to go down in the dirt. It's just like, oh, well, they got shot or they got this or whatever. So they don't do no whole lot of questioning, sometimes when it comes to us. And sometimes people know that, so they'll have policies out on people to get paid. That's a real thing. I know y'all saying, come on, Tracy, come on. Nah, y'all, I'm trying to tell y'all, it's a real thing. It's a real thing. People really be out. Oh, my goodness, child, the way this head is feeling right now. Child, she made sure she did that. Because, honey. But anyway, yeah, be real careful and mindful. Because people be plotting on you. They'll hook up with you and plot on you. Your family even be plotting on you. Oh, my goodness. Hold on, y'all. Hey. I ain't say that. I don't know what it is. I am actually on a video on live, so I ain't going to say that right now. Can I call you back in like 10 minutes? Well, right. You forget. Don't be forgetting about me. Don't be forgetting about me. Like, yeah, something like that. Okay. Okay, bye-bye. So, sorry, y'all. But, what was I saying? Yeah, people really be doing that, y'all. I'm serious. They really be out here having policies out on their own family members. And, I know it may sound crazy. Like, Tracy, who would do that? You know, you got people that lovers, you know, people do this. I'm trying to tell y'all, this is real. Y'all, I know y'all be trying to, in your mind, like, Tracy, where in the world do you be getting this stuff from? Child. When I'm sitting by myself, when I go to sleep and I wake up, sometimes from other sources of people that God direct me to or send my way, and you know, all kinds of ways. I get stuff all kinds of ways. I'm just saying. But we got to really be careful with that, you know. Be careful with it. And even with stuff like people will say like somebody passed away in your family and you don't know they left you nothing, right? You got other family members that be stealing stuff from y'all. You don't even be knowing. You know, they be stealing and hiding shit because they don't want you to have it. So they don't never tell you that your family member left you nothing. And people, when it come to that money, man, people will do any and everything. You know, money bring the hoe out in people. I'm serious. The hoe, Tracy. Yeah, it do. Because they be a whore for the money. Mm-hmm. And people, y'all think, like I told y'all before, y'all be thinking these people that want to be stars and rich and all that, they want to become this, they want to, I told y'all before, man, they not the only people that do that. Regular people and regular families be on this type of shit. You think that mindset just in one sector of people? No, it's not. It be everywhere. I'm serious. I don't know. I need y'all to stop thinking that only these people would think like that. Nah, people be thinking like that. Go get policies on you, hide money from you so they can steal it, try to take you out so you can't get it, promise other people money. I done told y'all, man. It be a lot going on out here when it comes to that dollar bill, man. People will snake you out. They will take you out for the money. Don't get it twisted. I'm telling you. Yeah, they will. You know. They will take you out for that money. So, you know, be real mindful. You know, it's a lot to be mindful of. And I know, you're probably like, I just want to live my life. I ain't trying to think about all that. I know some stuff is just a little deep and a little too much to think about. But, you know, you do what you want. And, you know, you can ignore things. And that's fine. That's you. But everybody don't want to ignore things. Some people want to know what's going on in the world. Some people want to know how to protect themselves, what things to watch out for. And that's who I'm talking to. Because jealousy is real. Envy is real. Greed is real. And people will sometimes go to great lengths when they envious, when they jealous, when they greedy. I'm trying to tell y'all. I'm trying to tell you what's good. They really will. They will go to great lengths for that money. You know, so I just wanted to come by to tell y'all that because it was on my mind when I was getting my hair done. Money make people do some strange things. Wanting to look like you got it going on make people do some strange things. I'm telling you. They will do some unthinkable stuff to get to look like they on top. I'm serious. You know, and most of us don't want to think that our family members would do stuff like that. Baby, but they will. I promise you, they will. You know, you be having people at the funeral. Nobody don't even know they got a policy or nothing. And here they, you know, they sitting there crying, going through the whole motions, you know, with everybody else. And the inside, they got the chain signs because they know don't nobody know they got this policy. And they about to go cash in. Be careful, y'all. Be real careful out here. It's sad. It's a sad world that we live in. But this people are getting more diabolical by the day. But people losing a lot of shit. A lot of people, I told y'all, a lot of people gonna pass away. People gonna go to jail. A lot of people gonna be exposed. Because you can't do a bunch of evil and think that life is gonna be good for you. That's just not how it works. And that's why I'm always talking to y'all about stuff like this. Because some of y'all is still in that mind state of getting over. You never get over. It just seems like you getting over. But you still gonna pay. Because it's gonna be that one time. Because you know one thing about greed, people can't stop. You know. If they get over that time, then they get a little bit more greedy. Oh, it worked. And they just keep going and keep going until that one day it all completely crashed down. And you know, when you be that kind of greedy and you pushing out that kind of evil and doing all kinds of dirt and being a snake and just doing all kinds of stuff that you gotta constantly hide. Because you know, one thing about deceivers, they gotta continuously lie. They gotta lie to these people, lie to these people. They gotta try to remember the lies. Then they gotta cover up the lies. Then it's just that's got to be the most miserable ish ever. It only feels good when it appears that they got everybody believing what they say. But it's going to be somebody that's going to eventually start looking at that and be like, hold up, this don't add up. What you said that don't make sense. Because, you know, last year you told me this. Now this year you telling me that. You know, then they got to try to fumble around that lie and come up with something else. Until eventually everybody figures out who they really are and what they really doing. And then it all come crumbling down. You don't want to live no life like that. You know what I'm saying? Because you never really get to be really happy. Because you constantly trying to you got to constantly cover up shit. You got to be paying people not to lie, not to tell your secrets. Then somebody else end up finding out. Now you got to pay them or threaten them or kill them to keep that lie. It's too much work to be evil. It just is way too much work to be evil. You know, so, you know, I'm always trying to encourage y'all, you know, trying to get over. You never win in the end. So stop trying to get over, y'all. Okay? Stop trying to get over. It's just not worth it. It ain't worth it, and it don't never work out like you think. Because ultimately, God is going to expose you. I'm serious. He going to expose you. Yeah. You know, so be careful, y'all. Just be real. Oh, this thing I forgot. I was listening to our phone. But just be 4:44 on the clock. Boy, the way these synchronicities be coming through, it is not a game. Okay, y'all. But I'm just saying, y'all, be real careful, y'all. Watch yourself out here. Don't be letting people know all your business. Like, you know, just be careful, y'all. Be careful. It's a lot going on in this world. And a lot of people ain't who they say they are. They just not. They not. So be cautious, okay? I don't want none of y'all to, you know, fall victim to some of the things some of us have experienced some of us know about, that people think we don't know about. But we do. So, I'm always trying to hip y'all to what's going on out here. Everybody ain't dying just because some weirdo showed up and killed them. Sometimes the weirdo gonna get paid off for doing it. I'm just saying. Watch yourself. Be careful, y'all. I love y'all, I just don't like to see people fall prey to a bunch of lowlifes that don't know how to get things on their own. So they got to do, evil to get things, evil to maintain things, and they try to take from others to get it, So, yeah, be careful. I love y'all, all right? I'm going to go down here and warm up my boil and eat that. But anyway, y'all, have a great rest of y'all day. I just was thinking about that while I was getting my hair done, And I just wanted to come by and say something. But anyway, y'all got some money? Child, because I'm sick of paying these couple of $100 every time. I'm sick of it. This is a lot of money by the end of the year. Nobody got time for this, child. I'm out here paying the same amount of money. They out here paying $200-300 for wigs. I'm paying the same for my hair, child. This is ridiculous. But my girl gotta eat. I'm just saying. And I gotta get my hair done. So it is what it is. But have a great rest of y'all day. I think I want to take me a nap, but let me call this man back real quick. And have a great day, y'all. Okay, a great rest of y'all day. And just be vigilant in your life, and don't be out here just being out here, not paying attention to the people that's around you. Told y'all, pay attention to who around you and why they around you and why they want to be around you. Okay, that part. Have a great one, y'all. Bye.